right in the heart of Silver Bullet.
Yeah. I think they plotting on man. Don't wipe their feet when they enter the L.A.R. I feel a cold stare.
The issue with a lot of you black bourgeois, upper middle class, Jack and Jill type niggas is that you're so fucking obsessed with what black people look like from an outside white perspective that you are always putting black people to higher standards than you would ever hold a white person. At every single level of education, from Harvard down to the worst state school in Missouri you can find, white people are going to class every single day in their pajamas. I bet you money. I bet you money you couldn't find a nigga not in pajamas at an 8 a.m. class somewhere. But the difference between a girl and a white girl who's got 1A hair and throws maybe some dry shampoo in there and then puts her hair up in a ponytail, and the difference between a do-rag and a bonnet is that you kind of inherently see the white girl as being more respectable from the day she's born. That is the problem with you niggas. Your coon shit that you have ingrained in your head since the day you were born, this desperate attempt to always look presentable to white people, it means that you can't even for the life of you hold white people to the same standards as you hold black people to every single day. You can't even try.
What's good, man? We're gonna talk about this the Tuskegee dress code, but I'm gonna take it a little bit further. Since we're gonna play like if we intellectual today with two dummies and one in the bonnet while they're doing a social media post. Let's get it. First, it's you suburban kids who want to be ghetto so bad. Who y'all think this is how people in the projects act. I'm getting closer to my blackness. First and foremost, you know who wore pajamas in the hood in the projects? Kids. Kids watching cartoons in the morning. That's who wore pajamas. And even the parents were like, "You don't take that outside." But y'all so super black and super hood and want to be super hood that y'all seem to not know that. Even in the 80s, 90s, people wasn't really wearing bonnets in public. 80s, they had things with jerry curls and shower caps, and people was like, "Hey man, take that shit in the house." And walking around with rollers in their head. Take that shit in the house. It looks trifling. There was always pushback on stuff like that. Oh, but y'all didn't know this because y'all thought being black was walking around crazy. Not to mention, it ain't just it's black because it's at a HBCU. Didn't people have an issue with people walking into Target and Walmart and pajamas and Crocs and hoodies looking like, at 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 o'clock, like they ain't got no sense? Yes. It's annoying. It's annoying. It says a lot about you. Now, this other thing, and I gotta keep it a buck with y'all. Um, when it comes to these dress codes over the past 5, 7 years, it's really black women. This is y'all. What they do is they say the dress code is da 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 da, and then they put something in like do rags, like to say, okay, we're gonna be even and say men too. It's y'all. They had to implement a dress code for y'all at the airport. Had to implement a dress code for y'all at at public events like the rodeo. They had to implement a dress code for y'all at restaurants. It's y'all. They had to implement a dress code for how you pick up your kids from school. It's y'all. You know how I know it's y'all? Because when they say do rags, watch this. As Usher, watch this. Watch this. Generally, since I was a child, and now I'm 46, boys can't wear hats in school in class, skull caps, uh, do rags. You can't wear that in class. They're gonna make you take it off when you walk in. If you got a hoodie on, take your hoodie off. It's y'all. Because y'all was the ones who, I'm having a bad hair day. So they let y'all wear hats and hoodies. You get what I'm saying? But y'all took it too far. Took it too far. Same thing with the pajamas. Oh my God. And y'all think, and this girl talking about, it's about the Jack and Jill and the bourgeoisie. It's an HBCU. It's about the white folks. It's an HBCU. What you talking about? What are you talking about? They ain't worried about white folks at HBCU I went to. They're not worried about them. They're worried about you. But since we're gonna go down this path, let's go down this path. So you get to go out in public, and let me guess, you ain't take a bath, you ain't take a bath or a shower. You know how I know? Because you got your bonnet on and your pajamas on. You might not have brushed your teeth. So I ain't even worried about. So you're right. I didn't comb my hair, so I'm wearing this. Did you wash your face? Uh, but I can learn at any time. Don't judge a book by its cover. You musty and dusty, and you out here sitting next to people. But I can learn. No, you can't. No, you can't. If you, because people gotta assume, yeah, mm, mm, you over here, you over here just ruminating in mush juice. But why not? And even abroad, I didn't even show her whole face in the intro. She got a bonnet on and makeup. You know how stupid that is? This is not a civil rights movement for you dummies. We're going to show you what we fought for when we were young adults. We fought for the right to wear bonnets and do-rags and look like we didn't take a shower or wash our behinds or brush our teeth because that's black. No, no, no. Ain't nobody trying to hear you. This is why they say young adults, and there's a certain demographic from 30 down that we say y'all stupid, y'all slow. Because this is the type of stuff y'all do. I don't understand. What's the problem? I don't understand. Yeah, because you stupid. You stupid. This is why they say they were tired of hiring Gen Zs and even like young millennials. They're like, they don't fit in the workforce because it is stupid stuff. It's just dumb. But no, it's not. Yes, it's dumb. Yes, it is. Oh, what does this have to do with learning? I'm glad. I forgot to bring that up. I'm glad you asked. If you ain't take the time to go to class dressed properly, why is somebody going to assume you study? Because you look like you just went to sleep and woke up and an alarm went off and you just ran to class. But I'm prepared though. Nah, you don't look prepared. You don't look prepared. And since we're gonna go there, since Tracy Chapman over there brought it up, you know what happens when y'all do that at PWIs? You get kicked out. That's what happens. You get kicked out. They let you go around here and see that's how those black people are, and then you get kicked out. But you don't say that part. But it's been a problem, at HBCUs for a minute. But the irony is, even when I was going to school, the irony of that was they thought it was a fashion show. So people were trying to be fly. I'm going to class. Look at me, and it's like, bro. So we went from that to you just rolled out of bed, and I'm gonna go in public like I rolled out of bed, and then guess what? I'm a genius, and I'm gonna find a great job, and they're gonna pay me. And what you gonna go to the interview in a bonnet and some pajamas? That's what you gonna do? Oh, and y'all don't want to talk about it, but truth be told, when you want to bring up race, all of a sudden, when it comes to white folks, I'm not gonna act like I'm super project and ghetto no more. I know how to act. You see, I can talk like this, and that's the problem. You don't understand. When I go home, I get to be a slouch, and being a slouch is being black. No, it's not. No, it's not. Y'all got problems. Not to mention all the partying and drug use on college campuses. You kind of make it look like you own something. You doing everything but learning. But hey, who cares about that? Who cares about the image? Who cares about how I carry myself? Your parents gonna care. Because if you got to get kicked out of school because you want to wear a bonnet or some pajamas or dress like a prostitute, because that's part of the issue too. Guess what? You're an idiot. That's not. I'm 10 toes down on standing like being a slouch. I'm 10 toes down on it, and it's the fight of my life. I'm gonna be the next Martin Luther King Jr., Malcolm X. I'm the next Fred Hampton. I'm the next, Huey Newton. I'm the next Rosa Parks. No, 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 no. You got an issue. And your issue is you don't have any standards for yourself. That's your issue. And because you don't have standards, you want to go out in public around people who have standards and act like it's okay. No, no. You're not going to have a home and be out here looking homeless. No. Have some pride about yourself. Do that. You know, but you don't understand the struggle I'm going through. No, you don't understand. We get it. You don't know how to comb your hair. So you're just going out any kind of way. But it's funny how you know how to do your hair when it's time to go look like a thot and party all night long and try to get, you know, smashed out by a guy. You're like, oh, then you know how to present yourself in public. But you can't wake up in the morning and go to a classroom and present yourself like you got sense. Right? Because I even think some of the churches had to tell people, hey, chill out with that. But I'm pretty sure they did. Maybe, just maybe, if all these rules come up, maybe, just maybe, it's you. Have you ever considered that? Did you ever diagnose yourself with that one? But I'm done, man. Tell me what you think. Catch you on the next one. Peace.